Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm starting video 1 of a series of 8 different videos where I'm really going to dive into what the energy centers are all about, what they govern. And this is a topic super near and dear to my heart, and this understanding here has really shifted so much in my life, has really given me agency over the different things that I encounter on a physical level, emotional level, mental level, and it's really given me a place to start. And this is what I want to share with you today, just to give you more of an understanding of what the different energy centers do. So today's video is going to be about the basic center, or the root center, which ultimately connects us to earth energy. So along with the energy centers on the base of our feet, or the soles of our feet, and the root, this is where earth energy comes up into the body and gives us vitality, gives us energy, helps us to feel grounded, all these sorts of things. And really governs a lot of the physical aspects of our body. So if you were to imagine earth energy is what gives us vitality in our muscular and skeletal system, yeah? It also has huge affectation upon our spine. It governs the quality of our blood production. It is connected to the functioning of our adrenal glands, our tissues, our internal organs, our cell growth rate even. And for children, depending on the functioning of the root chakra, it also affects their growth rate as children. It, as I mentioned, affects our genital vitality and our ability for our body to make heat. So temperature regulation. And at the same time, it has so much affectation upon other organs in our body, upon our heart, upon our brain. So if there's not energy getting up to our brain can work hard, our heart can work hard. So it's really important that the spine is clear and this energy can rise up. So the root, if you think about it, it's really our seat of self-preservation. So depending on how much energy is here, it really shows you how much a person wants to be in their body, how comfortable they are being in their body. So if you imagine a person who is very depressed, could be even on the verge of suicidal thoughts, it's very interesting with energy work because sometimes you have people say, "Oh, I don't want to be here, and I'm done with this life." And some people just say it. And then there's people that actually mean it. And of course, anytime someone says something that's like this, you have to take it seriously 100%. But for that extra, validation, I always check to see how much energy is in the root center when someone makes a statement like this. And if the energy center feels strong and rooted, okay, yeah, they're depressed, but they still want to be here. There's still a desire to be in their body. If the root chakra is nothing going on there, this is when I'm very, very serious about the statement. And I start to do some energizing and helping this chakra to open and to be more solid. So very important point there. This energy center, as we age, with all energy centers, the energy there starts to deplete. But what tends to happen with the root as we get older, there is less earth energy going up through the spine. And this is why elderly people, you notice their spine starts to curve. They start to feel really low in energy, low vitality. So that's why energy work, even for people over the age of whatever age, there's people who are very vital in their 70s and 80s. But it just helps to, when you energize this center, to bring you more life force, to bring you more energy. In terms of emotional work, there's a lot that goes on here. And the major emotion that tends to manifest if there's a malfunction here is fear or insecurity. Feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like, all kinds of ways that fear can manifest. Also too, it can affect our connection to family. A lot of times people with a malfunctioning root tend to be ones that don't have a good connection with their family, don't feel comfortable with the family, or didn't have a good childhood growing up. It can have affectation on our feeling as like, do we belong here? Do we belong in this community? Do I walk into a room and feel confident and secure? Or do I walk into a room and feel like stupid, or I don't belong here? All these people know more than me. This kind of thing is also a manifestation of the basic. Body image, really important. And finally, our ability to manifest things in the physical. So are we able to really attract the things that we need when we need them, or do we feel insecure that there's never enough money or there's never enough? So in the videos I mentioned that it's important to understand with the scanning, is this energy center underactive? Like, is there not enough energy happening there, or is there too much energy there? Because as I mentioned, if you're putting too much energy, especially into the root, you could have someone who's an insomniac and then make it even more so. So it's really important to understand. And if you don't know, please go back to the videos on chakra scanning 1 and 2, where it gives you information on how to ascertain this. So for someone who has low energy in the root, you can imagine that they're going to be a person who experiences sluggishness and low vitality, has a really hard time getting out of bed in the morning, feels really tired, this sort of thing. They can be a person who feels quite fearful about life. As I mentioned, it would be hard for them to manifest things that they need, and they can have really issues around money and even asking for things like giving a service and then feeling too insecure to actually ask for what you've done. This is really important. And I think one of the big things that people who have issues with the basic and abundance really need to step up and work on in the physical. So when you do something, when you do a service for somebody, walk up and say, hey, I've done this for you. Can I please have the money? Not undercharging for your work. Really important. Also, too, you can experience ungroundedness, a restlessness, and as I mentioned, the experience of feeling suicidal, not wanting to be in your body. For people who have too much earth energy, this is when you get hyperactivity, always needing to exercise, more, those people that just constantly need to exercise, something like this restlessness. You can be insomnia, like you never ever feel like you can sleep, this sort of thing. Also too, like an obsession with the physical world. Insecurity can still manifest here, whether it's overactive or underactive. It's just how it plays out is a little bit different. So someone who has an overactive chakra but feels this insecurity will start to hoard things, really be obsessed with money, really be obsessed with having lots of things in their house. So this is like the hoarder, typical hoarder. They have really, really excessive root chakras. This is what helps them to feel safe and secure. But at the same time, what it can tend to do is make people feel stuck. I'm not moving forward. Nothing's happening. Well, this can be a tendency of an overactive root chakra. There's too much earth. There's not an ability to lift up and fly when you need to. So what do you do? So again, first and foremost, I am all about the energy work, but this hasn't been shared at this point. So I want to give you some practical tools that you can utilize for yourself at home if you find that you're on one side of the spectrum or the other. So for underactive people, exercise, exercise, exercise. You've got to get off the couch. You've got to start moving. Super, super crucial. And the type of exercise that you choose has to be one that's invigorating, active. So this is the type, like if you choose yoga, you want to choose one that is like a vinyasa or something that's got physical, where you have a good sweat. Really important. Getting your feet on the ground. So if you're inside on the computer all the time, you need to get more earth energy. So take your shoes off, go out in nature, get a walk, just put your feet on the ground for 10-15 minutes a day, and just imagine you're breathing in through the soles of the feet up to the root to really charge and energize the center. Eating root vegetables really helps. Wearing red really helps. Anything energizing, putting red into your home to start to bring that energy back. Things that get you in your body. So going for a physical massage, physical touch, physical manipulation really help. Finally, one little secret is to sleep with your head facing north. Okay, so for those of you who have too much earth energy there, take the red shirt off. Don't wear red so much. And maybe wear a cooling color or something like blue, putting blue into your environment. Just to help calm that energy. In terms of activity, choose something that's a little bit more slow. So you can still do something like a yin yoga or a restorative yoga, but something that where you're not over-energizing yourself, or you're actually slowing down and connecting to the earth. Deep breathing, these sorts of things to help balance the energy. Even doing sorts of practices where you're taking energy from the root and bringing it up, which I'll talk about probably more in the sacral energy video, sacral chakra video in the next one. Okay, so for both, I would say if you approach any kind of practice where you're working into your fear and your insecurity. You know, I'm a huge fan of medicine work done in a safe and responsible way, where you really go in facing your fears little by little as you can handle it, with people that are there to support you in the way that can be there for you when things come up, in a safe environment where they know how to remove energies, these sorts of things, really important. Also, to go see a counselor. Go see someone to talk about these maybe issues from childhood, about abandonment. What did bring on insecurity, these fears, these sorts of things. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of at least a starting point in terms of energy work with the root. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you have any questions, please leave me them below in the comments. If you like what you're seeing and you don't want to miss the next videos, please click subscribe to my channel and click like also too if you're enjoying it. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you again for the next video of the sacral chakra.